Rob Brown here from the Accounting Influencers podcast. I am thrilled to have with me today on the eve of Accountex, the night before the calm before the storm. It's Caroline Hobden. Hello there.
Hello Rob, thanks for having me.
Caroline, this is your baby, isn't it now? You are the Duchess of Accountex. For people that haven't met you, what is your role here?
I am the Portfolio Director for Accountex UK and Europe. And I guess my job is everything from lugging furniture to putting the programme together to looking after the budget, just making sure everything goes on okay.
You say it very matter of fact, but there's a huge operation out there. We are in the Silverstream caravan we call Dolly. It's a special recording booth that you've set up for us. Just describe Dolly for the watchers and listeners here.
I honestly don't know that I've seen anything more exciting at a show than Dolly. She's an incredible caravan. She's set up with all the gear inside. We've got a lovely lounge area outside. We're recording all the interviews. People can come along and sit and watch them and get involved. It's just a really exciting addition to the show that I think people are going to really enjoy.
Now, Accountex is a global brand. We've got Steve Dempsey here from Canada. You were over in Australia recently for Accountex, and this is where you first saw Dolly, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. That's exactly where I got the idea from, actually. So, yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to everyone seeing it and hopefully enjoying it as well.
Now, do you get nervous because we've got how many thousands of people descending on us over the next couple of days?
We have got, well, you never know exactly how many are going to actually turn up, but we have got so many registrations. We've been inundated. So it's going to be incredibly busy, and I can't wait to confirm the numbers with you at the end of the show.
And it's, when you say busy, there are different kinds of busy. I'm holding the brochure here. You've put together a phenomenal educational program with all of these sessions here, and you look over the page and there's hundreds of exhibitors. For people that haven't done an Accountex before, how would you describe what they're walking into?
Oh my goodness, you're going to be submerged into the world of accounting. The effort that our exhibitors go into for all of their stands is just incredible. I'm always blown away, and they outdo themselves every year. So I think it's going to be a visual overload for everyone when they walk in. But on top of that, there's so much to learn. You know, we have got 13 theatres this year, not just the 12 that we've traditionally had. We've got 13 theatres. Obviously, they're all free to attend, and they're ram-packed with incredible content, which of course is CPD verified, which is very important. There's networking, there's parties, we've got double-decker buses. We have got so much going on. There's something for everyone. Yeah,
and as your official broadcast partners, Accounting Influencers will be conducting live interviews here throughout the day and on the stands with some of the people. You say about the imagination of some of these people on the stands, and you must have seen a lot in your time, but will there be a couple of things over the next few days that will take your breath away and also the people visiting?
I think
without revealing too much.
Yeah, without revealing too much. I think I've already had my breath taken away, and we're walking around on build-up day. You know, it's messy, there's things everywhere, the carpet's not down, but already you can see the incredible level of detail that some of our exhibitors have gone to, and the effort that they put into for the delegates that are coming along. I have been doing this a long time, you're right, well over 20 years, and every year my expectations are surpassed, so I'm looking forward to it.
You talked about a visual overload. There's also an audio overload, isn't there? Because as well as all the speakers, there's physical speakers everywhere. There's noise, there's a cacophony, there's a real buzz. We did a lot of live interviews last year, and you can feel the energy in the place as soon as you open the doors.
Absolutely. And I think that's the one thing that really did strike me last year, that the minute the shutters came up and there was cheering from inside the hall, there was cheering from outside the hall, everyone was so excited. But it is the buzz, it's totally palpable, and I think that's what feeds people's enjoyment when they come to these shows.
Well, there was a real sense of relief when you opened the doors last year, because it was post-COVID, wasn't it? We were deprived of events like Accountex for a year or two, and so we saw everyone pulling out the war chests and the stoppers, and great to get back together again. And there's going to be that sense again this year.
Oh, I think absolutely. You know, we really were, we were lost for those 3 years when we couldn't put Accountex together and we couldn't bring the community together under our roof. It was such a shame. And the 2020 show was actually rolled over to 2022. So when we finally got, you know, over the line and we managed to open the doors, it was such a sense of relief for everyone and excitement. Yeah. And I've got to say, that's just still here. It's still, you know, COVID, it wasn't yesterday, but it was, you know, it's not quite in the past yet either. But I think people are just building on that. They're building on the energy that they found last year, and it's just thrilling to see.
One of the things you've done really well is assemble a world-class team, because although you are the face of this, you're very keen to give credit to the people around you. There's a lot of moving parts to a show like this. Just give us a little flavour of what happens behind the scenes with your team.
Do you know, this is absolutely such a joint effort. I'm so lucky that I have the best team I think I've ever worked with.
You've recruited some of them as well.
Recruited as well, yeah. We have a full complement this year, which is really exciting. But I think their energy levels, their attention to detail, their willingness and desire to make everybody that they speak to and interact with happy, enjoy the show, get all the benefit, get the ROI. It's that energy and enthusiasm I think that we can all feel and we all pull together. And it's just a joy. I'm just one person in a very big engine, and I'm just so proud of them and grateful for all their hard work.
Now, Accountex is one of the biggest shows in the world, certainly the London one. There are competitors out there, but you've said before on record that competitors come and go. To put together something like this, it's taken years to build up the brand, to build up the kudos to the event, the trust in the event. It's a multi-million-dollar show. You can't replicate or duplicate this easily, can you?
You really can't. It takes time. It doesn't. Things don't happen just overnight. And so I think this is our 11th year that Accountex has been running. And my predecessors and the people that came before me did an absolutely awe-inspiring job of getting the show off the ground, gaining the trust from the industry. And it's just absolutely our job to continue that. Walking with that flame and holding the torch and making sure that everyone's happy and keeping everyone together, and it's a real joy and actually a really proud moment for me to be able to work on this show.
What are you most looking forward to over the next 48 hours?
I am just so looking forward to seeing smiling faces. It means the world to me when I see that people are having a great time, when exhibitors are having a fantastic time, when you see all the comments on social media, and if they're positive, that we've done our job. That's absolutely what we want to hear. Now, we're not going to get everything right, and I'm not trying to say that we will, but there's always lessons to be learned, and we can only do better next time. But I just love to hear feedback from people, so please do stop me. I'm the headless chicken running around. Please do stop me. If you want to talk to me, I'd love to talk to you, and just find out your views. What can I do to make this show even better for you next year?
What will it be like in Caroline Hobden's head this time tomorrow? What's it like inside there? You look very calm on the outside.
As my team will tell you, I'm a bit of a planner. I like to plan things down to the tiniest bit of details. So I'm feeling good right now. I think everyone seems to be completely on it. Everyone's doing what they need to be doing, which is great. So we've ticked a lot of boxes off today. So I'm feeling pretty calm. And by this time tomorrow, again, as long as I see those smiling faces, I'll be a happy lady.
And we are the night before. A couple more questions. If we're sat here in 48 hours time, we won't, because everything will be packed up and gone. But if we were to sit here and say it's been a really great 48 hours, it's been a complete success, what would have to have happened?
I think we just need to get the numbers through the door. We need to see the theatres absolutely bustling with people. We need to see the rave reviews all over social media. It's about that feeling. We'll know, you'll know, we'll all know. There will be a feeling that we'll all know the buzz is there, and that's all we can ask for, and that's what I want. And probably by the end of the show though, Rob, as per last year, I won't be able to speak because I didn't have a voice last year, so I hope we still can talk to each other at the end of the show.
Well, we interviewed you at the end of the show last year, and you were emotional.
Oh yeah.
It was a big deal. It was a big release of pressure as you got through it, and not just tick the box, but it was a real sense of achievement. And when these things end, everybody just flops down and chills out and zones out. As the Accounting Influencers podcast, we will be broadcasting a lot of these interviews over the next few months on our podcast and putting them live on our YouTube channel. So certainly on our part, the show will endure. But this is the kind of thing that's not easily forgotten. It is the flagship event for many vendors, fintech providers, software specialists. They hang their hat on this event for lead generation and brand awareness. There's a lot at stake for them.
Absolutely, there really is, but they put so much into it. It's it's a collaborative effort, and we're all really enjoying it. I must just say that we love working with you guys as well. We're really thrilled that you're our broadcast partners, and we know you're going to do an incredible job. So.
Well, we want the event to endure, but it won't be long before we'll be looking ahead to Accountex North in Manchester.
Yes.
And then you've got a programme of international events, haven't you? So it never stops.
Never stops. And we've got the virtual events as well. We have our newsletter that we push out regularly. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of spinning plates going on. So just as long as they stay spinning, I'll be happy.
Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit of time with us. We're sure your phone's busy and buzzing.
It has been vibrating. I'm so sorry if you could hear that.
That's all right. What final message would you give to the people that are thinking about coming, or were playing this afterwards, and they're thinking, I didn't come this year, but I really want to be a part of another Accountex show?
Oh my goodness, everyone's welcome. You know, we really want this to be the event that the entire profession wants to come to and gets enjoyment from. You know, it's free to attend, there's so much to learn, and I think it's really difficult when you're so busy in the office to really give yourself that opportunity to have the day away from your desk. But the most important thing about coming to the show is about the things that you will learn that could save you time, effort, money, the connections you could make, the people that you might meet, that you might come up with your next business venture that you could be a millionaire by next year. You know, there's so many things that you don't know are going to happen at a show, and that's the real success stories for me. When people have come up to me and said, you're never going to guess what happened to me at this show. I've learnt this, I met this person, I've done this, and it's enhanced my business and made my life easier. You can't ask more than that.
Well, I've got my badge. We are ready to do the recordings tomorrow. Caroline Hobden, Portfolio Director of Accountex. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful couple of days.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.